Okay, today's job is sorting out the rust on the rear tailgate, the upper tailgate, this part here. I'll show you in a second up close. We've got a big bit of rust appearing there and a little bit over here as well. It's been getting worse since I bought the car, so what I'm going to do is take all the lettering off. Luckily the rear tailgate can just open up here, and the only part to paint is this part here. I'm going to rub it down, prime it, paint it and lacquer it. So the established method for getting the lettering off for me is using dental floss. Alright, lots of heavy-handed rubbing later has revealed the easiest way to take the sticky from the lettering off after you've used dental floss to take the plastic lettering off. Just use your fingernails and start to peel it, and eventually it'll just come off. Have a look at this. Okay, so this is a pretty horrendous state that we got into just trying to take the R off. Doesn't matter anyway, because I'm going to paint this whole section in one go. So I'm not too fussed anyway, but here's the rust. Poor situation there, and there's the other reason we're doing it. Okay, so let's just get the stickies off. You can see here that once you start to actually pull it really slowly, it'll come off. Just got to be real gentle. Really, the easiest thing to do would probably be just to replace the tailgate. It's just wet at the minute. You can see where the lettering was. Now what I'm going to do is pull off all these and rub down these rusty bits here, including this bit of trim, and see what we can do. But yeah, last resort we could always replace the whole tailgate, but this is only surface rust. It is on the bad side, but let's see what we can get away with, because the rest of it's okay. So the situation is, water gathers all the way along the underside of this lip from where the top part of the tailgate drops down, and all under here you can feel, I think from a long time before I've owned it, it's been rusting through a little bit, and you can see it's actually been repaired over here. This white showing through is filler from where someone else has already had to go at rubbing it down and painting it. Not great job. So I'm just going to sand the whole thing down. I might even use a bit of filler if I need to. Give it a load of priming, give it a load of painting, and see how we can get it to look. On the underside, under here, which is quite rough in some places, I'm going to sand it and grind it back down, which is what this is for. It's been grinding little bits just back to the metal. I'm going to put some direct to rust painting onto that. Give it a protector. You're not going to see it, it's just on the underside of the lip there. That should stop it from rusting any further, and obviously take care of the outside with proper bodywork paint and lacquer. Okay, so what I ordered was Buckingham blue coated paint off eBay. Now I've given it a bit of a priming, but in typical half-arse fashion, I ran out of primer, so it's had a bit of a dust coating of primer. This isn't the way to do it. Don't copy me. Definitely put more coats of primer in and sand it down and make it lovely and smooth before you put the paint on. I'm just running out of time and can't be arsed. You can't probably tell, but I'm losing the light as well, and you just need to get a coat of paint on before the day ends. I also heated it up as well. It's worth having slightly warm paint. I just use the heat gun, but you can leave it on the radiator, whatever, just to get it slightly warmer than, because it's cold outside. Sprays slightly better. I've just laid on the first coat of clear coat on top of the blue paint. I'm just giving it a quick dry off and give it another coat right now. As usual, I'm losing the light. It's the end of the day. So what's different with clear coat is you want to lay it on thicker than with paint. I mean, don't take my word for it, I'm no expert, but in my experience you want to lay the clear coat on fairly thick, just so you don't get a run. No, thick enough so it's clear but you don't get a run. Okay, so in the sunshine we get a better idea of the sort of finish we got. It's not too bad really. Obviously this really should have a wet sanding down now and then a bit of a polish up, and I have got the stuff to do that. I'm actually toying on whether I can be asked. It's pretty protected, it looks shiny. I might just stick the letters back on. Truth is, this really needs a new tailgate. Discovered that the rust that had appeared here and here during the process, you can probably see there, it's you can still see it there, because when I pressed a little bit too hard, it's actually rusted all the way through when it had been repaired before. I think that's the end of the life for this tailgate really. So best thing to do is keep my eyes open for a Buckingham blue upper tailgate, grab older one and swap it over at some point. But this will do for a while now. It's protected from the elements. Give it a bit of a polish up, stick some lettering on, job's a good one. I'm using a little circular high grit sanding paper because I've run out of big sheets. bit of a small polishing pad and give it a go. Why not? So the idea is, obviously, we use the cutting compound, start cutting into that roughness that we got there, get it to a little bit of a shine, and then we polish it off, maybe a bit of T-cut or something, whatever, and stick the lettering on. That's it really. And this is the finish after a bit of cutting compound, after we wet sanded. There's still a bit of orange peel, of course, on the surface, but that's pretty damn shiny, isn't it? Shinier than the rest of the car, if I'm completely honest. I mean, look at that. I'll just give this a quick going over as well. I'm tempted to just leave it there, put the lettering back on. This is obviously a bit dirty down here. Maybe we give that a bit of a clean. And lettering on, I think. So here we go, just giving the whole thing a little bit of a quick polish up. It's looking alright, to be fair. We'll ignore these bits, I'll clean those bubbly bits in a second. A little bit of alcohol, get any residue off the paint, and we'll stick on the Range Rover lettering. So your lettering comes with a template, you stick the template on, you stick the letters through the holes. Only thing left to go on is a little bit of plastic trim, which is this bit that goes on here. Only thing is, this now looks really crap in comparison to the nice shiny lettering, so I might see if I can get, because it's actually a silver colour, and that's chrome, I might see if I can get a chrome one. It'll just be self-adhesive. Stick it on.